Alright, what is good, everybody? It is your boy, Champagne Chico, and we are back with Chico's Choices. And this week, we're coming off a pretty bad one. I think we're coming off a pretty bad one. From what I know, I did pick the Bills. I picked the Texans, so we lost that one. I'm definitely going to include the clip at some point here. But the Cowboys beat the crap out of the Rams. Vikings beat the Packers like I expected, but had a very bad injury that game with Kirk Cousins. Saints beat the Colts. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. Bills, Texans, Cowboys, Vikings, Colts, Dolphins, Jets, Jaguars, Falcons, Eagles, as much as I hate to say it, Seahawks, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. I think it's going to be another Jamar Chase type of game in terms of high receiving. Chargers and Lions. It was a good week of football, I would say. Sunday Night Football was just entertaining because the Chargers are finally back as like an offense. Even though it was against the Bears, I think they still are basically back. They're trying to get Quentin Johnson more involved as the Mike Williams role, but we'll have to see how that goes. The Bengals beating the 49ers was interesting, though I hope I did predict that because I was really talking about it like I was expecting them to beat them because the Bengals did need to win that game. The Broncos beat the Chiefs, which I know I got wrong because I did not see that happening in any universe. The Ravens beat the Cardinals. I picked that. Seahawks beat the Browns. Commanders almost beat the Eagles. For the majority of the game, they had the lead, but they choked it. Titans beat the Falcons. I don't think I picked that one correctly. Jaguars, Steelers. Lions beat the Raiders, and the Raiders only had one offensive touchdown, but the Raiders just fired Josh McDaniels and their GM, probably because they didn't trade Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs when they had the chance, because now Devontae Adams is not going to want to come back after this season. Josh Jacobs is probably going to sign with another team if they don't figure that out. But I'm sure with the new management and the new coaching possibly, the players are going to be a little more involved. But going into this week, Thursday Night Football has the Titans at the Steelers. And I think the Titans actually might win this one. I was going to go Steelers because that's a safe option, I would think, since the Titans are a bit questionable in terms of their defense now, not having Kevin Byard. Will Levis is your starting quarterback, who played great last week, but the Steelers are a little more well-rounded, I would say, in terms of their defense being fully equipped. Their offense is questionable at points, but they do enough. They do enough to score. And I'm going to pick the Titans for that one. Dolphins at Chiefs. You know I'm going to ride with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, if they need to win this game to show that they're a legitimate contender. And if they don't win it, then I'll even be questioning them myself as a Dolphins fan. If they don't win this one, do I really think that they're going to beat any legitimate teams in the playoffs? I don't know. And we're going to be basically a laughingstock because we beat every team that we're supposed to beat, but then the teams that are hard to beat, we can't finish. But I'm going to have the Dolphins winning that one. Vikings at Falcons. I'm going to have the Falcons. No. I'm going to go Vikings because the Falcons still can't seem to figure out how to properly use everybody, meaning Bijan, Kyle Pitts, mostly them more than like Drake London and all of them. Bijan should be more involved. I don't know why Tyler Algier is still getting reps or as much reps as he is. Bijan should be getting at least 20 runs a game. But the Vikings just got Josh Dobbs, and I think that he's going to feed TJ Hawkinson a lot this game. I think that he's going to show that he is going to be good enough for the rest of the season for the Vikings. And I think Justin Jefferson also comes back, so he might have a welcome back game in that scenario. Seahawks at Ravens. I'm going to have the Ravens winning that one, but I wouldn't be against the Seahawks winning. The Ravens, I'm going to switch my pick. Seahawks. I'm going to go Seahawks. For some reason, I have a good feeling about it. They did just get Leonard Williams in a trade for like a 6th-rounder, I think it was. Or was it a second? It was a 2nd-round pick, actually. And they could have gotten Chase Young with that. Wow. And Leonard Williams is aging. So questionable decision there, but they got their defensive lineman after all. I don't think they realized that Chase Young was available for that, so they probably weren't even in the discussions. Cardinals at Browns. I'm going to have the Browns. Cardinals just traded away Josh Dobbs. It seems like they're either trying to set up for Kyler Murray to come back either this week or next week, or they're trying to tank. And clearly they're going to lose this week because Kyler possibly is not going to play. So the Browns, even with PJ Walker as possibly their starting QB right now, I'm going to have them winning because of that defense. Rams at Packers. The Rams have kind of fallen off since the beginning of the season, and the Packers just traded Rasul Douglas to the Bills. But I'm going to have the Rams winning that one. Not much to talk about with that. Bucks at Texans. I think the Bucks need to win this to decide if they're going to actually push for the playoffs or if they're going to regress. But I'm going to go Texans. on that one. I think CJ Stroud is going to have a bounce-back game after the one against Bryce Young. I think he still played well, just didn't play good enough to beat Bryce Young, and that continues to linger on him because it's like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning at this point. But Commanders at Patriots. Patriots' hot streak has kind of simmered down after the Dolphins game. I'm going to have the Commanders because they basically almost beat the Eagles, who are a lot better of a team than the Patriots. And some people would say better than the Dolphins right now. I don't agree, but I'm going to have Commanders winning that one. Bears at Saints. Am I crazy to say that the Bears might win that one? I'm feeling like a very upset type of mood today with these type of picks. But I'm going to have the Bears. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to have the Bears winning that one. But the Saints might pummel them. The Saints decide whenever they decide to be good. But Colts at Panthers. I'm going to have the Colts. Yes, the Panthers finally got their first win, but I think they're going to go right back to the losing ways. Giants at Raiders. I'm going to have the Raiders. After a very good decision in finally firing Josh McDaniels and the GM, the Giants still don't have much of anybody back, and they just traded away Leonard Williams. So, yeah, I'm going to have the Raiders on that one. Cowboys at Eagles. I might have the Cowboys in that one. Even though I don't like the Cowboys in, like, actual good games against good teams, I might have the Cowboys winning that. I could see Michael Parsons getting in and getting on Jalen Hurts a lot. And CeeDee Lamb possibly having another big game. Hopefully Tony Pollard getting more involved. I'm going to go Eagles. I don't trust the Cowboys. Bills at Bengals. I'm going to have the Bills. This is a very pivotal game. Also because of last season, basically that game screwing them in the playoff chances and home field advantage. But I'm going to have the Bills winning that one. Chargers at Jets. I might have Chargers, but it's going to be a close game. The Jets have been looking very good, but having a struggling game against the Giants it's hard to ignore. I'm going to have the Chargers winning that one. So we're going to go over them one more time. We're going to go Titans, Dolphins, Vikings. If I'm not mistaken, I chose that one. Seahawks, Browns, Rams, Texans, Commanders, Bears, Colts, Raiders, Eagles, Bills, and Chargers. I'm pretty confident with that. I like the amount of upsets. I like the amount of games that possibly couldn't be upsets. You could say most of these are. But let me know your opinions down in the comments below. But while you're down there, please go down there and like so more people can see it. We can have more of a conversation about these picks week in and week out. And subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of Chico's Choices. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.